Greetings, modern model maniacs! It's Panzerman Bill, Panzerman's Bunker, coming to you with Zoom Model Ball Bunk. What's on the bench, kiddies? Yeah. I did a, yeah, Bill, tell me what you've been doing. Yeah, you've all heard, get it out, split it out, blah, 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 blah. Shut up! Alright, enough silliness. Alright, guys, I've been doing a review build for that society I belong to, the AMPS Armor Modeling Club. I did a review build of a Bronco Panzer II F1, the flamethrower tank. It's a new kit. It also comes with a UE trailer, which is the little trailer that the UE, French UE little tankette would carry. The Germans used it, appropriated it, and pressed it into service as a little Bowser, the fuel Bowser for the flamethrower tank. Did a full build review on AMP's website. If you want to, you can go to www.amps-armor.org. Once you get on the site, go to reviews at the top. Click on full build reviews. Find my name with the name of the model, Panzer II F1 with UE trailer, and then go over to the far right, and there's a little icon with like a piece of paper with a magnifying glass. Click on that icon and you can read the full build review from when I opened the box all the way to the end. And hope you check it out. It was a challenging build. I don't want to let all the cats out of the box right away. So, you know, just read the review and let me know what you think. But here's the model. Woo! There it is, Panzer II F1 flamethrower, and that's what those little nozzles, those little turrets right there on the front fenders are for. Those are the ones that would shoot out flamethrower squirts. Flame fly out there, and as you can tell, as an effect, I really scorched up the front fenders, because the few pictures I found showed that these were all sooted up. The whole front of the tanks was all, like, you know, sooted and had a lot of charring and burning on it from, I guess, drips and drabs of the flamethrower process. Even got over onto part of the hull. You know, burned a little bit of the lights and everything. Got a little bit of soot here and there. But I'm happy with how it turned out. It was challenging, though, for a little tank. This thing was very detailed, and with that detail comes complexity. Yeah, Bill, it was really something. You gotta read the review to get the whole impact of it. But just to let you know, yeah, back here on this engine deck, you know, there are 11 hinges that were molded separately. Like 4 tie downs were molded separately, and then the tow cable things were molded separately, and it was all surface detail. It could have been just done as one molding. That's right, I heard it was very tedious. Yeah, it was not wunderbar. Nine wunderbar. Shut up. But I don't want to talk down too much, fellas. This was an excellent kit as far as detail. Besides the flamethrowers here, inside these armored cabinets were the tanks that would supply the flamethrower. Here are smoke grenade launchers here to launch out a smoke screen and everything. On the back here, it's got the extra gas racks right here, spare wheel. And it's got the tow cable here, an unditching beam, and spare tracks, and even a little locker right here for smoke grenades. But just to let you know how over-engineered something can get, inside that locker is like separate little canisters for these things, but then it tells you to put the top on it, and you never see it again. So, I mean, I don't understand that. It's stupid. Why put something on the interior when you can't access it later? You know, you're just going to close it up. It's stupid, I tell you. It's stupid. But still, you got to love the detail in these Bronco kits, fellas. I mean, it turned out really nice. Had lots of photo etch too, little photo etch details that go with it, and you know, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Just to let you know a little bit more over engineering. This jack had 9 parts to it. 9. And once you put it all together, you really can't see it. You know, even the threaded jack part mechanism was separate. You know, but once you put it on there, you can't tell. You know, All right, I'm gonna stop talking it down. This was an excellent kit. It was just very, very tedious at times. The figure did not come with the kit. I grabbed him out of the spare parts just to put, you know, some scale and some proportion. Put a little human factor to it. I always like putting crew with vehicles, whether tanks, vehicles, you know, or planes. I like to put a human factor. That's right here, Herd. Yeah, Mo likes his figures. Gotta have figures with all his builds. The hardest part was actually having to cope out the letters for around the visors right here and the little Balkan cross right there. Luckily, I had a spare visor and I could lay that on top of the decal, and then, like, you know, get an idea where I had to cut, because I wasn't just going to, you know, you can't lay it down as one whole decal. I had to cut them all separate and use a lot of micro saw and micro set to get it snug down. But the markings on this vehicle right here was for invasion of Russia. That's why the G's on there, for Guderian's, you know, task force when they went into Barbarossa and started, you know, tearing across Russia. And probably by the end of like 42, all these Panzer IIs were withdrawn because they were no longer viable in the field, and they were turned into the Martyrs, the Martyr anti-tank systems. I'm really happy with how the weathering turned out well too. I didn't have to use any of the AK crap. I just used some Vallejo US drab for dried mud, and then used Vallejo earth with their Vallejo putty and a little bit of grit sand mixed together, and just dabbed it in there for brush. And you get the same kind of effect, and you ain't got to pay like $12 for something. I'm cheap. And here's the little UE trailer. Like I said, this was from the Frenchy UE little tankette that they had. Also, the kit comes with a lot of drums, a lot of oil drums, a lot of gas cans, and even came with a little pump, a little siphon pump right there. But it did not come with the hose. I had to outsource the hose. But even the little trailer is nice. Had a lot of all these little filigree details on it and everything. Turned out real well. The same weathering technique on this. Didn't cost me an arm and a leg either. Just a little bit of ingenuity. That's right, you tell me, Herd. Yeah. Alright, fellas. That's it. Flamethrower Panzer II. As seen during the invasion of Russia. Happy with how she turned out. Like I said, if you want to see the full build review, all the things I encountered, the pluses and minuses of the kit, go to the AMP site. It's really easy, you know, you just come on the AMP site here, already got it queued up. You go up there to reviews, you come down to full build reviews, click on that. Once that comes up, you come down to where I am right here. Bronco, 35th scale, find my name, come over to that icon, click on that icon, what the, I hit the wrong one, hold on, full build reviews, I was on the wrong one. Come on over to that little weird icon. That one. And there's the review, fellas. From start to finish, opening the box up, what I thought of the kit, what's inside the kit, what the sprues look like. Alright. Individual link tracks, some nice clear parts. They had the visors and armored glass for the open visors, photo fret for both the tank and the UE trailer, a bunch of little cotter pins there, or yeah, cotter pins. Good decal sheet, Then I go into the build. There's that thing that had all them separate surface details that was molded separately. It was a pain in the butt. Alright, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. If you guys want to check this out, you check it out on your own, alright? Thanks for stopping by and checking out my builds. You guys keep building, keep having a good time. Yeah, Herherd, you tell them, yeah, you're making a long-winded video on this one. It's probably 10 minutes already, so shut up and finish it up, yeah. That's right, Herherd. Das ist alles. Auf Wiedersehen. Alright, fellas, till next time, keep building, keep having fun. Panzerman Bill, Panzerman's Bunker saying, Auf Wiedersehen, mein Damen und Herren. Woo! Waka waka. Tschüss.